G'day, thanks for watching. This video is about the SPEEDWING endorsement that I recently did. The video is pretty long, but there's a fair bit of content. It was hard to cut it down too small. I found the SPEEDWING endorsement really stressful, and you'll notice as you watch through that towards the end I get very sweary, cursy and grumpy, whereas at the start I'm pretty happy and relaxed. I struggled with the wing on the ground in the really strong winds. I had a lot of tangles and roll-ups which were frustrating. And pretty physically demanding too. A lot of hikes up this hill and just a lot of effort being put into controlling this wing. It wrecked me. I've got my hands on a Gradient Freestyle too, so a new toy to play with. When I get a new wing, one of the first things I like to do is take it out in dirty gusty air and work on my kiting skills. So kiting at this kind of winds really develops my ability to keep the wing steady and keep it under control in less than ideal conditions. It's a really good way to start out, I think. The Freestyle 2 is a entry-level acro wing, so you can do aerobatics on it. It's not nice and big and safe and stable like my other wing. This wing's really twitchy. It's a lot smaller and it's a hell of a lot faster. And in order to fly this wing legally, I need to do my SPEEDWING endorsement, which Mark has offered to do for me. So this wing's 19 square meters, and I'm around 96 kilos plus all my gear, so there's going to be a fair bit of load on this wing in flight, which certainly is advantageous for penetrating into really strong wind, but of course it also means that any collapses on the wing are going to be very dynamic. My flying buddy Steve, he's warned me that he's seen a lot of people do SIVs on these wings and they can be pretty nasty if you have a collapse. So I need to always bear that in mind and be very cautious about what I fly in. So the reason I wanted a wing like this is because all this flying around York, so I often can't fly because the wind's just too strong. I don't have the penetration, I can't get into it. So I just wanted a smaller, faster wing. So when I head out to the sights and that wind's sort of, blowing over 13 knots and it's too hard to launch the Mentor, I'll still be able to get up and have a bit of a fly. I don't plan to use this wing for inland flying or anything else. It's just really for smooth coastal strong wind flying.
Okay, check. Oh, I'm sorry. She'll have lots of fun with me though. I know that feeling though.
So the SPEEDWING endorsement looks pretty full on, and of course I have zero experience on a SPEEDWING, so Mark's going to be instructed me on what to do as we go and filling in all the holes as best he can, while at the same time assessing me on the wing.
Up anyway. Okay, so trimmers want to be off, I take it?
No, as they are now, that's trim.
So the more you pull them in, the faster it goes? The opposite?
That's now at trim speed.
Right.
If you let them out, it will accelerate the wing because it lets the rear risers go.
Ah, okay. So how do I know the right mark for it?
Well,
because it's full in. Full in, right. So full in, slowest, full out, fastest.
Full in is trim.
Right. A little bit of breeze, not a lot. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's cute. Cute little thing. Handle's nice.
So I decided to do my first flight on the wing at Black Point because there's a really nice big beach down there in case I stuff it up, and the slope isn't too severe in case I roll down the hill.
Oh, hell, that's a lot faster.
I was really surprised by the dive and the speed, rode the brakes a bit and had nothing in for the flare on landing. Bloody hell, that's crazy fast. And that's while it's flying at trim speed. I wonder what it's like when it's accelerated. The forecast is looking pretty epic for the Fleurieu Peninsula, so I grabbed all my camping gear and decided to head down to the Fleurieu and set up. I was hoping that I'd get the rest of my SPEEDWING endorsement done at Tunkalilla and then maybe even get a flight in at Black Cliffs. See how we go.
Oh, beautiful.
Right, not scared of heights with all this, being 100 metres up off the...
I am scared of heights.
Been at Yorks for so long, flying 12 metre high bump.
Yeah, I know, but you don't get a lot of height there, that's for sure.
All the way down from Yorks, or are you staying more local?
I camped out at Parn them on the way down.
So you're hanging around for a couple of days, are you?
That's the plan, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you're on the money with backseats on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I reckon that'll be the go.
Yeah, it looks good, eh? So many bloody gliders up here. Alright, out for a bit of a fly at Tunk. Been a long time since I've flown here. There's a lot of pilots here. It's nice and lifty. Yeah, I came down from York Peninsula because the next 3 days could be epic. Miss flying Tunk. It's a beautiful sight.
Some real nice thermals popping off here.
Sorry, Mark, was that for me, Alex? Roger that, I'll come in. Woohoo! Getting down ain't so easy.
Nice strong wind blowing at the moment, perfect for this little wing. Still reasonably smooth air. Kiting nicely, a little bit of lumpiness up there, but not too bad. Beautiful easy takeoff. This wing's loads of fun, really happy at this strong wind. There are a lot of things that I need to do to pass this endorsement. I'm not going to go through all of them here, but sort of just go through a bit of an overview of some of the things that I need to do. So just the normal paragliding stuff. I need to go through a check flight and demonstrate that I can control, turn and operate the glider and understand how it works. Because it's got a trim system, I need to explain how that works and I need to be able to use it in flight. So I'm going to have to play around with that at some point and use it to fly at different speeds. I need to do 5 consecutive forward launches. That's going to be interesting with such a small wing. I need to do 10 smooth reverse inflations. I've already done one and that was pretty easy. Demonstrate kiting of the glider for 2 minutes in a steady wind. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a steady wind here because it's pretty lumpy, but I'm going to try and kite the glider for 2 minutes. Need to do 5 spot landings. That could be interesting because I'm not familiar with this wing, and spot landing it's probably going to be pretty challenging, especially considering the air is not very smooth. I have to do a lot of flights and I have to do them in both light and strong wind. I've got a good feel for this glider, quite enjoying flying it in these conditions, so I'm going to try a top landing and see if I can bring it in with any kind of accuracy. I'm not hopeful. I'll probably stuff it up, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, well, I got down. Got any tips for laying out in these strong winds? It's pretty tricky.
Lay it out sideways and stand on the windward tip.
Yep. And then turn around. Oh, it's Cobra style. Side on. Won't it go flicking over the other way? From here? Alright. Oh yeah. Except it does that!
Because this wing is so much smaller, it's actually pretty easy to handle in this strong wind. It likes it.
Feels good. Definitely mini weather. Oh, here we go. So flying a different harness, the Advanced Progress, a reversible harness, much smaller and lighter than the one I currently use.
So letting out the trimmers and accelerating the wing. First time I've tried doing this in flight.
It's pretty windy and gusty out here. So I've got my trimmers up, so the wing's already fairly accelerated, plus that speed bar's a bit tricky to grab. Got to keep my feet in it, I think, because it is pretty windy out here.
In fact, it's so windy that I ruled out landing at the top. Instead, I think it'd be safe for me to land down the bottom and hike back up the mountain. Might be a good opportunity for me to try to spot land down the bottom at the intersection of the road and the footpath. See how we go with that. So I've dropped down below the lift band, pulling the trimmers back down, slowing down the wing, ready for landing. Awesome, made my first spot landing. Marker designated the intersection of the road and the track. So Strico had lent me this harness just to have a play with it and see if I like it, and I have to say, it's really cool. It's light, I find it really comfortable, and that's really handy because I'm hiking up this hill many times today.
Do you use the handle?
Yes, they're great. They're freaking fantastic. They are a bit of a tangle hazard on launch, that's all. But I think they're definitely worth it.
Pull your brakes with your thumbs, then as you're coming in, because you're going backwards, you'll get dragged. Fingers through the B's, pull down on the B's, release the brakes.
Ah.
As an extreme.
Try this beeline drop. Works, but doesn't fully depower the wing.